every day in the studio, writing songs all day, all night. Just an amazing artist.
Did they ask you about wait times? Were there times where you had to wait a lot for him to get around to meeting you?
No, not really. But sometimes you get to the studio, on his time. You know what I mean? When he gets to that vibe, he wants to create his time in his studio. So, like I say, it was just a great experience.
They like to ask you about the different girlfriends that were there. Did you have any interaction with them? Did you observe anything, or were you in a different place inside the studio?
I've seen them come and go, things like that. Nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing out of the ordinary. So you come and go from the mall.
What were you able to talk about on the set? What were you asked about?
Something really good. They asked me things related to basically my favorite routine. I don't know how much I can say if I can say anything.
Well, in relation to his girlfriend, I know that was the main reason for bringing you on. What did you see that's different from some of the prosecution witnesses that have come in? Did you observe them having to follow rules, not looking you in the eye, or you having to leave when they came in the room, or vice versa?
No, never anything out of the ordinary. Like I said, I'm a professional. My job is to come in the music and work with them, inspire and create. So I wasn't involved in his relationships or anything like that. I've never seen anything, out of the ordinary.
Was it challenging to come here and testify in a federal case? You're not from here, you had to travel from California. Was that difficult, or was that a very easy decision for you?
Well, it was a very easy decision, but it's very tough to see someone that you have a good relationship with, things like this. Somebody that was nothing but good to you and you saw good to a lot of people. It's very hurtful to see going through this kind of case. And so it's always tough to see it happen when you have had good experiences.
How did he seem to you today? I don't know if you were able to really get a look at him. He was wearing a mask. They're kind of far from you, but how did he look to you compared to what you've seen him doing?
He's very strong. Really strong. Hanging in there and being strong.
As someone who knows him personally, knowing that tomorrow he's going to be starting to deliberate, how do you feel? Are you concerned for him? Are you confident?
I'm concerned but confident at the same time. I'm a praying man. I believe that that God will have peace. So that's all I'm prayerful that God will deliver him from this situation.
I'm gonna be a leader today. Go watch Follow My Lead.
Stand positive. Of course, it's very tough.
Speaking of court today, anything else you want to say about the defendant of testimony today?
He's a good brother. Listen, I'd like to see justice be served. I'd like to see exonerated. So that's pretty much it.
I can stay here.
Huh? Okay, bus.
Tell me how they call it pedophile because of that shit, that's crazy. You may have your opinions, entitled to your opinions. But really, am I supposed to go to jail or lose my career because of your opinion? Yeah, go ahead and stone me. Point your finger at me. Turn around, look at me. Like only God can mute me. I admit that I fired some people. I admit that I hired new people. I admit that those people I fired on my mama was crooked ass people. I admit that I don't know my music. I admit that I roll on my music. Want it back, but they don't wanna do it. What the fuck, nigga? I wrote that music. I did that bumping grind. I did that 12 play. I did that fan up. I changed the damn game. So I deserve me a fair play. So put some respect on my damn name. Now Wendy Williams mad with me, but I ain't never offer her no drink. But I admit that she asked me, can I get a little Hennessy? Then we both turned off our phones. We drink, I smoke, we talk. And I admit that I told it all. From my good points to my faults. She said, what about Aaliyah? I said, love. She said, what about the tape? I said, hush. I said, my lawyer said, don't say love. But I can tell you I've been set up. I admitted how ever since the first day that without knowing I signed my publishing away. I admitted I was young and caught up and so blind, yeah. Said I had dyslexia, couldn't read all the contracts, yeah. And now the truth is messy. I'm a broken
You found out that she was 15, 16 years old, dealing with somebody 20 plus years their age. Whether they lied about their age or not, how you gonna feel about it?
They lied about their age.
How you gonna feel about it?
They should have never lied about their age.
How are you gonna feel about it though?
They lied about their age.
Alright, I can't have a conversation with you.
Right,
You don't have a conversation.
right. You gotta use your common sense.
No.
You gotta use your common sense.
Yeah.
Just because somebody says something, that doesn't make it
It's a
true.
little bit over your head, my man.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I mean, if you're gonna come with facts, that's different.
Brooklyn degree and I'm an honest college student, so don't do that. Don't make it seem like it's
No. You don't have to go to college to be
No,
Use your
smart.
com-
You know what I
right.
mean? You know that, right?
I know this. If
Right,
people were
right.
billionaires,
But I'm gonna ask you a question. Have you studied all of this?
study what?
Everything that's going on.
Everything that's
You
going on
jumped
with
up and
Kaz.
said he's a rapist, and are you for sure that he did what he did?
Can I ask you a question?
No,
I'm gonna
answer
answer
my
your
question.
question.
No.
I'm answering your question. I'm not about to
You're going
answer
to
your
college.
question. I'm answering your question.
You're
with a
going to
statement.
college. You know you can't answer a question
Who
with a
said I was
question.
answering with a
Right.
question? I was going to
So-
answer your statement with a
Okay.
statement.
You can't do.
Yes, I can. I can answer a question with a statement.
All
Can I not?
right. Let me ask you again. Are you
Can you do me a favor? I don't want to be on camera. Can you just
You
are
okay?
you
You okay?
100% sure?
No, because I know you've been recording me for a
You
while.
okay? You okay?
I know, but can
I'm
you
getting
just-
him.
I know.
Just continue your conversation. I'm getting him. You're not on here no more.
Legally, you had me on camera earlier,
Okay,
and that's
legally
against the
you were
law.
on public property outside, and I just told you
I know.
microphone is directed
No,
that
ma'am, I
way.
understand that.
Are you
I-
avoiding his
No, I
question?
didn't answer your question.
Thank
How do
you.
I know about all this stuff? At the end of the day, there's college people who testifying saying that he did it to them. So let me ask you.
You was inside
Wait,
there?
wait,
Hold on,
wait,
hold
wait,
you
on,
inside?
hold on. I'm talking to him.
No,
I'm
just
here.
asking you, were you inside?
Have we not seen on the news?
No,
Have we
no,
not seen these
we're not
girls?
talking about the news.
We're not. Y'all not even inside.
No, but
We are. I'm in there every day.
Why are we all yelling?
Every day, because you're gonna tell me what I am and you don't
I'm
even
not
know
saying
me.
nothing. I'm
You
just
just
gonna
said
say
y'all. You said y'all.
Yeah,
And I'm letting you know
y'all was
I'm in
inside.
there every day since it
So
started.
y'all was inside.
Every day. Every day.
Let me holler. Right? We're black, right? We're black people, right? Before you crucify a nigga's child, make sure you can
Do your
100% you correct on what you're saying. Don't follow the leader.
I'm not following
I'm
the
just
media,
saying.
bro.
Me and you don't
I had a
know.
girlfriend who's been sexually assaulted, and by me sitting here saying that, oh, hold on, I'm getting there. I have a girlfriend who's sexually assaulted. My mother, my grandmother, victims of sexual assault,
a lot of
who
people.
came out and said something, and automatically, because of the generational curses from back then, they were swept underneath the rug.
Exactly.
So now I'm here
Why
trying
is
to
he
break.
so special?
Exactly. Why is he so
That's why-
special?
that's what-
So this is what my question comes is this.
That's what I'm saying.
Why is it that in the black community, right?
No. Why he
is
so
it that
special
why
that
is
they
it-
wanna do
hold
this
on.
to him?
Why is it that in the black community, when sexual assaults happen, is it so quickly swept underneath the rug? No,
That's what they telling you?
I know, but I'm just, no,
That's what
but
they
I'm
telling
also-
you?
No, it's not what they tell me. It's what I'm seeing from my own family. I've seen my family members come out and say, oh, I've been sexually assaulted, and I'm not. It's not fair because they be like, yo, my uncle, did this to them, and I'm like, oh, where uncle did this to you? And they're like, yeah, uncle did this to me, and I'm like, well, how come nobody's doing anything? Oh, because they said that he didn't do it because he said he didn't do it. Now these victimless girls with no voices getting disrespected because at the end of the day somebody said I didn't do it.
Why you went wrong? Wait, that's where you went wrong. How you
But
know
does
they're
that make R.
victims?
Kelly guilty because of that?
Hold on. If I go to the police and say you hit me, am I lying on you?
I didn't hit you, so
Right. So
exactly.
that's what they doing to him.
But do we all know that for fact?
We've been in there.
You don't know that for a fact.
No,
What he said.
listen.
Why did you come tomorrow?
You said
Because I got to
he
go
was
to
a
class
pedophile.
tomorrow. That's why.
So
I
you
go
having
to
a-
full time student and I work for the city.
I get that.
So you have an opinion about something you didn't research.
And just like how we all know that you have people
I
that person know
promise you,
him.
if you was in there, you'll come out with a different perspective.
We all know Cindy did the same thing to Bill Cosby. We all know Susan wanted to buy NBC, and I didn't know where 30-year-old victims start popping out.
Right.
Oh, this happened.
So what's the statute of limitations? Never.
No, that exactly.
I agree with you. There's he should not be the poster child for somebody
I don't know.
who's
I don't know. That's why I said. That's why I started this with no bias. Forget R. Kelly. Let's talk about just Robert. Fuck R. Kelly. Because personally, I still love his music. I'm
I be getting in trouble because I'm like, first of all, that's one play album. And my shorty older, so I be like, man. So that's why I'm like, put all bias aside. Let's talk about the person. The person. And that's why I feel like in this situation it's kind of hard because it's like, if I defend Robert, then I'm defending any other person who said, I didn't touch that girl. And the whole time they did.
But what if we tell you? Okay, hold on. No, but what if I tell you that the evidence supports that what they said is not true? The accusations that they made is not true.
Now,
I'm telling you this. I'm saying this to you. One, because I be in the courtroom every day.
Yes, ma'am.
And number two, you have family members that are sexual victims. So am I. And I'm in the courtroom
And I do
every
apologize
day.
for that for
And
you
I'm
as well.
telling you, he's not guilty. And I can stand here and tell that to you right now.
I have one question though.
And my sexual assault has been swept under the rug and everything else. And I can still stand here and say, I'm going to defend R. Kelly because based on the evidence, he's not guilty.
So-
now you're hearing it from a victim.
Yeah.
And you were just speaking based on
victims,
victims. So now how do you feel that I'm also like your mother, your sister, your whoever, and I'm telling you something different?
I can't speak for everybody else because I know, like you said, that's you. You was in there. I wasn't in there. So I don't know what was said. And I'm sure
I'm a
that
victim.
you were
I've been in a situation. I've heard the evidence. I'm not basing it on R. Kelly, Robert Kelly, whoever. I'm basing it strictly on the evidence. And I'm telling you, he's not guilty.
Okay.
Stop listening to what you hear on this media.
Okay, respectfully, I don't have social
Hold on,
media,
let me
ma'am,
tell
so
you.
please stop saying
No,
media.
okay. But you said it. You said it.
I did it, 'cause
you
when y'all
went
asked me,
hard. You
I
did.
said it.
You said everything that's on the media. I'm only saying that because you said it first.
But let me ask you this though.
But
So
let me
as a
tell
victim,
you
hold on,
this.
hold on,
Let me
you're
tell you
yelling.
this.
I just had a
I'm
long
not
day at
yelling
class. You
because
are.
you're not letting me finish. Let me finish.
All right, well, one, hold on, because we both ain't
I
have
came
I
here
don't know if
to
you
hear it
actually-
for myself because
My
one,
head. I just was walking out of class.
they wasn't reporting on both sides. So I took it on me, my responsibility to come and educate myself on what was being said in that courtroom. And since I did that, my vote still ain't changed. He's still not guilty because of the evidence I'm hearing. You standing here basing something on what happened to your family members is not fair. Take the time to educate yourself before you make a decision.
I am taking my time to educate myself. If I didn't, I would have walked away.
When you stood here, you said these girls are accusing him, so he's guilty. Have you ever been accused of something you didn't do, whether it was stealing a piece of gum?
No, ma'am.
You never been accused, not even as a kid. Something you didn't do. That's why you can't understand it, because you ain't never been in these shoes then. But everybody else out here, I'm sure, have been accused of something that they didn't do. Just because he's R. Kelly, and just because you have, matter of fact, because he's R. Kelly, don't you think there would be more than 6 accusers right now?
No, exactly. As the same thing when I
If,
first came out.
if this is a pattern, if this is something that he does, wouldn't there be a whole line of women? This is R. Kelly. They say he traveled from city to city. It's 50 states, and you went from city to city in each one of those 50 states. Why we only have 6 accusers up there? The evidence only supports 6 accusers.
Okay.
But this is R. Kelly. They said in the courtroom has been going on for over 30 years, and you only have 6 accusers? Come on now.
Now, to get
Come
back,
on
to,
now.
to get back on
Yeah,
that.
now
to
get
jump
to
back
that.
On that, right?
Get to that.
Again, so I'm sure that y'all all know this as well from all criminal cases, not just this one, from all criminal cases. There's some people who just do not have the courage to speak up. Now, once again, right, to go back on what you said, you're right? It's R. Kelly. Now, of course, let's be real. Let's put it like in a little bias aspect. This is a come up. He got, some breach. If I would get something happen to me, I would want to say so I can get some money too, right?
No.
No. I was just
Yeah,
saying.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Absolutely.
You're right. There's only 6
Absolutely.
people. So even like how it was with other people, they're like, oh, they want a bandwagon for the like the Me Too movement was bandwagon because everybody want to get their little piece of their coin and it's not fit. So you're right. But let me ask you this again. I'm not, at this point, I'm looking at this like, all right, cool. You got the 6 victims, right? Cool. Then you even had the situation where she's not here to speak for herself, but Aaliyah, right? And that situation that went down. Maybe y'all could please correct me if I'm wrong, because I wasn't in the courtroom to hear. It's just me here from what I was hearing that Aaliyah was 15 or 16, and that he paid to legally get some documents, altered so they can get married. Was that what was said that was in there? Was that what said?
Yes.
Okay. Is that true?
No, he did not pay for it.
No, he didn't. Assistant.
An assistant.
Someone else did.
Okay, but he was aware of this, correct?
No. So let me tell you that. The defense testified under oath that Rob was not in the room and he didn't even know about it.
Okay,
So we had that. But let me say this to you. What if I told you that all the evidence that they say they collected, it wasn't necessarily these girls coming forward and saying, yeah, Rob did this to me, I want to speak up. but they say that this is evidence they collected from his storage. Now I'm gonna go back to this is R. Kelly, and this is 30 years worth of stuff that they say they have, but you only have 6 accusers, and all of their statements were, or all of their testimonies were inconsistent. The truth is the truth, and it don't need no proof. But when you telling it and it keeps switching up, something ain't right.
A little fishy.
So
The
this is
evidence
what
is coming from him. He's saving his.
he's saving this
He's
evidence.
saving 'cause he
They
wants-
got what they got from him. Now if he who he was, again, I'm gonna go back to this. 30 years, how come we don't have a line of women out here? Since they didn't, like you said, some women don't want to speak up. They didn't necessarily have to. They found the evidence they claim off of his property. So then you should have a ton of evidence from a ton of different women.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm
Again,
saying?
But and I'm sure you know
Make
this as well.
them come-
If let's just say there was 30 years worth of victims. They could call these people, these women up, pull them up. If the women say, I don't want to speak on it and close the door in their face, they can't pursue that. They can't.
They can because they have been. So that's another thing. They have spoken on women that they know of that will not testify, but they still speaking on these women.
Yep.
So why not speak on all of them?
Yep, they still got him in there. They call
You see what I'm saying?
uncharged.
They call
They-
them
Uncharged.
Uncharged, but they're still speaking on these women.
20 of them.
So how many have testified? Maybe 5 have testified. 2 of them was in his defense, but they were prosecution witnesses. So now we have 3.
Okay.
And them the 3 major ones that everyone is hearing about that actually have something to gain from him being, well, not even him being convicted, but just being linked to R. Kelly,
I was just
period.
here to say because
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
a lot of
They have a lot to gain.
I'm
They
not
have a
even-
lot to gain. Okay.
I didn't
so
even watch the
now,
Surviving R. Kelly. I was like, I'd rather
from
watch
the
this.
time you stopped here, and from what we just told you, how do you feel about it now?
Oh, personally, I still feel that, hey, if he did it, he did it. If he did it, he did it.
But you're not saying that you know for a fact that he's guilty based on.
I don't know for a fact
What
that he's
they're
innocent either. That's what I'm saying. Like, I
But
wasn't
are
even-
you more open to, okay, wait a minute, I need to hear all of that? Because that's my only agenda, to
Yeah.
open people's minds. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I'll be more now to
You know what
open
I'm
to listen
saying?
more.
Don't just come, oh, he guilty. Don't do that. But are you open to receiving information from both sides?
I'm
And
always
then
open
basing
to
your
hearing information
opinion,
from both sides.
basing your decision on both points of view, not just that one point of view. That's my only goal for being
I
here.
appreciate that, man.
And I just want to know, did I do that for you?
Yes,
Now, are
you
you open to, okay, so
That you did.
when the defense go up for their closing arguments, you said you don't do the media,
Yeah,
social
like,
media.
yeah, it's-
Whatever you watch that you hearing about R. Kelly, just tune in then. And then put that information with the information that you already received, and then go from there. That's all I ask. Everybody deserves their day in court.
They do.
Everybody deserves to hear both. It's always 3 sides to every
The truth,
story.
You got the 2 sides of us and the truth, which is God's
Thank
truth.
you, thank
That's
you.
it.
So let him have his day in the court. It's just sad because they've already crucified this man, and we just not getting the trial, and he's already been crucified. My only reason, like I said, for being here is just to do something like I just did with you. Just open the door. Just be reasonable to both sides before you make your decision. And like I said, I'm a victim myself, and I have been in that courtroom every single day, and I still stand on what I said from the beginning. The evidence don't fit the crime. They haven't brought that evidence just yet. The media takes little parts and stuff and they put it out there.
That's why I pull away from it, because they want to depict
It's
it
like
to fit
reality
their-
TV to them.
It is, and it's all about streams and money.
Right.
That's it.
You know,
It's all about
that's all,
streams and
that's
money.
all it is. At the end of the day, it's about money. It's about money. So, but yeah, thanks for talking with us.
Thank you for
Yeah,
actually
thank you.
having a minute.
You
Hold
didn't
on, you
walk
was real
away.
rough. You was the only one who was nice. Y'all was real rough.
You say cows, we get it.
You know, we get emotional. Like,
We've been researching this for like
But you also have to understand that in the world, everybody's entitled to opinion.
Right.
I could have really stood here on my 10 toes and still say, I don't care what none of y'all say, I still feel with this. You can't get feisty like that with somebody.
Yeah, and
You
I just
can't.
wanted to make
You
sure
see how
y'all-
she came calm and reply? That's why I didn't want to speak to y'all, because I'm like,
That's
I
okay, you
can't
don't
speak
gotta
to
speak
that.
to me.
I don't, but you seem to keep barging in. That's why I'm
I just
like,
wanted you to have an informative opinion, you know what I'm
actually,
saying?
it was him who stopped me.
Yeah, and then
but-
I came after that.
All right.
I
But
just
yeah,
wanted it
yes,
to be
ma'am.
an informative opinion that you have.
And I do appreciate the time.
that's what I want you to
giving
have
me
if
a
you
little bit
have
more
an
clear
opinion.
mindset. That's
Yeah.
it. Because, you know, it's very easy to be, you know, manipulated into following the bandwagon.
Exactly.
Very easy.
Exactly.
But like, again,
Exactly.
only reason why I was saying that's because, you know, I know that everybody is always your innocent to proven guilty. I just seen too many of my family members where they be like, things happen to them, and then the dude's like, I didn't do it. And everybody's like, okay. So at that point, I feel like, especially with all the women in my life, I couldn't, as much as I would wanted to, I feel like I couldn't because they're going to look at me like, so then you're defending all.
Exactly.
And I'm like, that's not, whoa.
Yeah, and you don't have to apologize for that because you know what? At the end of the day, that's the reason why a lot of people is out here screaming he guilty for those exact reasons because of what happened to them, their personal situations. But at the end of the day, you know, I understand the history and everything, but all I ask is that if you feel somebody is guilty, this is this man's life on the line. If he's guilty, he's gone. Based on that, before you kill somebody mentally like that, do your research. Come do your homework. I promise you, you didn't even have to stay for the entire trial. You could come for one day, and I promise you'll leave out that door saying, you know what, he might be innocent. I promise you, you would. One day of testimony.
What news is the channels that's covering this?
Court TV and
Channel 5, I think.
Channel Fox 5. Fox 11.
Oh, I'm fucking. Oh. She'll deal with it. Hold on, let me send a voice note. I'm having a very important conversation right now. You know how I feel about good debates. I'll be there in 5 minutes.
Sorry about that.
No, you're
We're
good.
keeping you
She can
from
wait.
time.
She can wait. I live for stuff like this, honestly.
Oh, really?
No,
Okay.
seriously, because I'm a strong believer that people don't like to have, you know, intelligent debates. They're very opinionated, and once they're in their opinion, there's nothing you can say. That's why I was like, all right, hold on. Everybody calm down. Let's stop yelling, because I want to listen, but I can't hear if everybody's yelling and screaming. So at that point, you're not speaking from facts, you're speaking on emotion. And I can't go by emotions and opinions, because opinions is not fact. I go by the facts, and that's true. And that's that.
And I thank you for not walking away.
Oh, no, because I'm not going to do that to y'all. God gave us a tongue. We all have a First Amendment right to speak how we feel. We're going to hear y'all out. Because just like y'all took the time to hear me out for those 3 seconds to say, you're a rapist, y'all could have been like, oh, fuck you too.
Right, exactly.
But y'all didn't. Y'all was like, hold up, young brother. Let's school you real quick. Because this is another, it could have been my dad up in there. My dad 55 years old.
It could be
my father. No.
So let me explain to you.
What she meant by that was that in women, you don't have to be a celebrity to be lied.
No, that's why I was giving out that face. Like, it could be. Like that's why I get that face. Was like, no, seriously, it could be.
So let me
program.
let you understand something.
Don't be flying
Well,
girls.
That's your ID first.
That's not you. That don't even help you.
Even
If you check the ID, that don't even mean.
It can be fake.
Right.
See
I
what I'm
know.
That's why I just deal with my girl, who I've seen. I met her grandmother, who's a reverend. She's 26. I'm 22. So we good.
Yeah.
That's
So
it.
just think about it. Think about it like this. You have a girlfriend. I tell this to everybody when it comes to that man act. If you have a girlfriend or somebody that you dating, and we in 2021, people got side chicks and everything. If your side chick is in another state and you bring her to see you and you want to take her out to eat, and then she get mad at you because your side chick then bumped into your main chick, now she can have you arrested. That's what R. Kelly's being tried for right now, because now they're saying you had sex with that side chick, so you transported her from one state to this state just for the purpose of sex with her.
And that's not the
And you can go to jail for that.
Yeah, that, but that's not the case. If it's a relationship, you just find
Where
your
you
way
going?
out. No disrespect, but girls get flued out every goddamn day. How many girls are right now in Miami?
That's what we say. See what I'm saying?
How many girls
That's
right
how
now?
easy
Right.
it is. That's how easy it is. So you have to do your research. Just do your research, because at the end of the day, some black men should be offended that he's sitting in that chair for what.
Going through all this, I'm still waiting to hear the end results for Harvey Weinstein. I need too many power officials in government. They couldn't afford that. Now he gone. Like I said, I'm still somebody who, me and my girl, we both still listen to R. Kelly. I don't give a fuck. Like I said, Roberts may have did them crimes. If he or he did not. But R. Kelly, that's a genius.
That's two separate things, exactly.
That's a genius.
Exactly.
You know, I can't blame from my mama. She get a little upset with me. Turn him off.
It's just unfortunate.
Ain't nothing wrong with him. Look, all right, okay.
But see, the thing is, I'm like this. It's so many people way before R. Kelly. Way before R. Kelly.
Way before.
Let's go like to Teddy Pendergrass. He was a ladies' man.
He married a what, 14, 15?
What was the dude that made the song "Goodness Gracious"? Great Balls of Fire.
Jerry Lee Lewis.
Jerry Lewis, who married his 12-year-old cousin.
Okay.
Conversation about
Let's
Elvis. We can talk Elvis.
let's go to Elvis. He married Priscilla when she was 14.
Come on now.
Let's go.
Hugh Hefner.
Let's go. Actually, to
How many young girls you really think were 18?
He got praised.
Hugh Hefner was taking naked photos of Brooke Shields when she was young, modeling. Okay,
Come on.
but this is the shit.
Yes, ma'am.
White people, they've been doing this sick shit for
Since
a
the dawn of
long
time,
ass
since the ancient Greeks,
That
little boys was their
incest-
concubines.
That incest shit, that shit.
Yeah.
But see, this is the
Where that shit
difference.
came from?
They was doing the bank robberies and all that shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
When niggas start doing that shit, it's a crime.
Oh yeah. Even down to the
And then
simple
let me
things.
also tell you, you know where that trafficking and stuff came from that he's being charged with. They originally came with that charge to keep black men, rock stars, from transporting the white girls and taking them on tour and
Chuck
stuff.
Berry
with them.
almost lost his life
That's
doing
where that
that.
came from, and that's what he's being charged with.
Because I didn't hear anything about trafficking. What I
Because
did
let me ask
hear
you this.
was just he was having sex with one of those girls, and I was just like,
And that was a lie.
and I was like,
So the interstate commerce. You want me to tell you what the interstate commerce is?
yes, ma'am.
They saying that he actually bought a VHS cassette tape from one state, took it back to Illinois, and filmed the girl with that VHS cassette tape, and that's where you get the interstate of pornography from. It's not that he shipped it. He took the actual tape that he already filmed somebody on and he shipped it across state lines. No,
Made a
he
porno
went and
with it.
brought a tape in one state, so they allegedly, and then he took it back where he lived and he made a tape.
So you
Let me
telling me
ask
if I
you
made a
something.
sex tape here in New York with somebody
get
and then brought it
this.
to somewhere else,
So get
and they
this.
was mad, they could try to
In Illinois, 17 and over is consensual.
same in New York.
Okay, but that person was 17 and over, but he brought it in a different state where 17 and over is not legal, and he took it back to where it was legal
That's
and used
stupid.
what he brought over there, over here, and he's being charged with that. That's why people need to educate themselves on what the fuck they doing to us.
Let me
Because that
ask-
could be anybody. How would you know that?
I didn't even know that.
You wouldn't know
and
that.
Me, my,
You wouldn't know that until you sit in that chair.
We gotta look at your
You wouldn't know that
my phone.
until you actually up there sitting in that damn chair thinking, what the
so I got
fuck?
3 passwords on my
Let me
phone.
ask you something. Let me ask you something.
It's real.
How old are you?
I'm 22, about to be
22.
23.
Okay, so if a female,
Birthday's on Saturday.
if a female
Happy
is,
birthday.
if a
Thank you.
female
Happy
is
birthday.
16,
Thank you.
if a female is 16, right? You're 22.
Yeah.
If she's 16 and she lied to you and tell you that she's 18.
Well, that's happened to me.
No, listen to this though. I ain't done. She lied to you and tell you that she's 18. And she has a fake ID that's proven that she's 18.
That's right.
And you happen to have sex with her.
That's right.
Now, is that on you or is that on her?
That's on her.
But the way it looked like, because you actually had sex with her, they still would try to charge you with that.
No.
And it's wrong.
So let me break it down to you how it's going on with him. So listen,
I'm sweating.
Now-
you see me? I'm sweating.
how many times? Okay, you're an adult, right?
That's real.
So you're in the middle of having sexual intercourse, oral sex, whatever, with the female that told you that she's 19. In the midst of that, she stops and says, "Hold on, wait a minute, I'm not 19, I'm 16." Do you honestly think that happened? Do you
No.
Hell
honestly?
no.
So again,
Hell no.
that's why he's on trial. The girl lied to him and said she was 19, but the reason why it's illegal is because the girl said, but in the middle of him performing oral sex on me, I stopped him and told him I was 16.
She lied.
That's
Don't
a
nobody
lie.
do
Now
that.
this is
I'm,
the
no
same,
disrespect.
and I'm
if
not
it's R.
saying
Kelly,
nothing
he
that
was
ain't
doing
been-
his job. You had no time to think about that.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you. And then listen, and I'm not saying this is all in the courtroom, so nothing that I'm saying
Nah, y'all was
is-
in there.
is in the courtroom, right? This is the same person that already has a criminal record for possessing fraudulent IDs.
Ooh.
Right.
Right.
So do you really believe this person that has fraudulent IDs is gonna stop in the middle of oral sex and say, "Hold on, I'm 16"?
Oh, she can.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And that's what I'm saying. Hey,
I'm fully vaccinated, so I'm a hugger, so I give
Okay.
hugs. I want everybody to please be safe.
Oh, for sure. Thank you for
it was so nice meeting you, and thanks for taking that time.
And
Oh,
thank y'all for schooling me.
yeah, no
seriously.
word, no
Y'all better have
problem.
me back like, I'm bumping R. Kelly again. Say something. Matter of fact,
And anybody else that has any doubts, send them our way, please.
phone died.
Y'all, he was about to bump R. Kelly.
I was about to put Marry the Pussy on. That's my favorite song while I be seeing my show. I'm like, I just want to marry the pussy. Go down on my knees.
right.
Okay. Have a good one.
I work. I like you. Because I literally got one class tomorrow. So if y'all see me slide by me looking for y'all, like with my
We out here.
Hey, make sure you pay that
Yeah.
cash when
You
you
know,
come
put it
through.
with the speaker. Charge your phone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Have a good night.
Bye. I'll see y'all later. That's one down. We got one. Mission accomplished.
We had to change your heart. It took all day.
Yep. He wanted to put on some R. Kelly when he was walking away. Now if we can change their asses. Now if we can just work on their asses. Hey y'all. We was going to get something to eat, right? So we out here, we still at the courthouse, y'all. If y'all didn't know what just happened, we had somebody that walked past and yelled out R. Kelly was a rapist. So we intervened on that, and if you notice, if you didn't notice, you go to the end of the video. By the time he was leaving, not only did he have a change of heart, but he wanted to bump Mary the Cootie Cat by R. Kelly. He wanted to play his music. So like I said, that's the only objective, is to get one person to be open-minded. What's happening?
Get so many people. Let me call you back.
What we doing?
What we doing? That Secret Service.
Well, me and Keisha home.
Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all just
We ready. What we ready? What we
I
doing?
get up early. I get up early. I don't have to.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna go. It's on me. I'll be back live when I make it back to the hotel, so I can go over the closing arguments. I did write a lot of what the government said, so
Daddy,
it's
you
hot.
ordering your food?
Am I supposed to?
You ordering Chinese food, right?
From what? What
You
place
want to
at?
go get Chinese food?
Yeah, I want Chinese food.
He about to take
Oh,
Don't get no Chinese food, you'll pass out.
I'm scared to get them out here, honestly, because of the rats. I seen that stuff on
But
Facebook.
I only want shrimp fried rice.
That's all I want is shrimp fried rice.
I ain't eating nothing else. I'm scared.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. So I'll be back. Probably about, give me an hour and a half, and I'll be back to let y'all know what happened in court yesterday and today. All right?
Okay, cool.
Deuces.
Well, we following prayer.